afternoon class. Today we'll be discussing on the development of self-esteem. So before starting the class, I want to ask one question that according to the Maslow's hierarchy, we are having 5 levels, starting from the physiological, social, emotional, then self-esteem. So self-esteem is the importance of the individual where we are going to act in any situation of the life. It may be your thing, then it may be your other object where you are in the some incidents. Next we are coming to the introduction. The word self-esteem comes from the Greek word. It means that the revenge for self. You yourself are taking revenge for self. For example, if someone is blaming to you, so how you have to defend. So this is the self-esteem. So it has been comprises of the two words, it is self and the esteem. So the first self is the what you pretend to be value, what you think, what you feel, what is your attitude about yourself. This is the value, belief and the attitude about ourselves. Every individual has our own values, belief and attitude. This is the self. Then next is the esteem part. So esteem is the described as the value and the worth that gives one's self. Here we are describing our values, our worth, so that it can give yourself. So simplistically, we consider self-esteem is the acceptance of ourselves. We are accept of ourselves so that we are who, what, and where we are going to be, live happily in our life. So it comprises of the two words self and esteem. Definition. According to the Nathaniel Bandhan, the self-esteem is a confidence of our ability to think. So it's your self-confidence, how you think, how you act, how you cope up with the basic challenges of the life, and confidence in our right to be successful and happy. So we are having different rights. We can do the wrong, we can do mistake, but in the challenges of the life, how you are successful and happily to be live and confidently is the self-esteem. So next definition according to the Boni Palandino. The self-esteem is a state of mind. So it's the what you think about yourself in your mind. It's the way you feel and think about yourself and others. Not only you yourself think. So in the society or in the surrounding, how you act, how you think. So it is the measure by the way you act. So self-esteem is a state of mind where it is the way you feel and think about yourself and others, and it's the measure by the way you act. So after thinking your values, then others are also thinking about yourself, and in that situation how you act. This is the your self-esteem. So components of self-esteem. So components consist of number one is trust. So trust starts in the early life. Early life means when you born, you start trusting to your caretaker. You trusting to your parents or the mother. So is the first is the self-esteem of the trust. Then second is the self-nurture. So self-nurture is born of a trust. So as soon as the individual who nurse you, who nurture, who maintain you, who build you. So in that individual you start trust. This is the self-nurture. Then number third is autonomy. So autonomy means when you are having the self-trust or you are having good self-esteem, automatically you start having autonomy. You want to do by alone. You don't want to pretend to anyone. So this is the autonomy. Then next is identity growth. Identity grow is when you begin to know who we are. You start knowing yourself. You are who. Where is your position? So this is your identity to grow. This is because of the your self-esteem. You develop. You start. Then you build. So because of that, identity start grow. Then next is intimacy. After having the self-esteem, you start develop intimacy from identity and need for the connection. You want to connect with other people. For example, you are knowing each other, your friends, your other people whom you want to more take care. So this is the intimacy. So it develops from the identity and need for the connection. So to types of self-esteem. So there are different types of self-esteem. Number one is the high self-esteem. Number two is the low self-esteem. And number three is inflated self-esteem. So what is high self-esteem? So high self-esteems are those person who loves by themselves and accept who they are. For example, if you are know what is your mistake, what is your right, so that time you love yourself and you accept what you are doing. So this is the characteristics or the different types of the high self-esteem individual. Then second one is the low self-esteem. There are many people who are in the society, they are having low self-esteem. So low self-esteem person, they don't love by themselves. They don't care about themselves. They don't accept why, and they don't value about what is their qualities. They are not bothered about what is wrong, what is right. They're just going there in their life. So the person doesn't love themselves, doesn't accept who they are, and do not value their qualities. So this is a low self-esteem individual's characteristics. Number third is inflated self-esteem. So here in the inflated self-esteem, the persons love themselves. They love and they are more than other than they are exaggerated their qualities. In the high self-esteem, they are having love by themselves, they accept and they want to be changed also. But here in the inflated, the opposite to the high self-esteem is the inflated. Here they over-exaggerated. They know more than others. They think that they are loved by themselves. They are more loved. Then they are having more qualities. So these are the three different categories or the types of the self-esteem. High self-esteem, low self-esteem and inflated self-esteem. Characters of the self-esteem. So there are different types already we discussed in the previous slides. There are three types: inflated self-esteem, low self-esteem and high self-esteem. So number one is the inflated self-esteem. To whom you know that this individual is the inflated self-esteem. So number one is self-aggrandizement. Aggrandizement means the people itself is thinking he is more powerful, he is more higher, he can do everything. Okay? Like this, he or she presume himself is the more political, more powerful, more genuine. The second one is feeling of superiority. Here the person is thinking that he is more superiority. No one is top up upon him. He is the superior one. Then number third is notice feeling into other and not themselves. He himself is notice of falling in others, not by themselves. Then next is the accept to be treated with the respect. He himself is the accept to be treated with respect. Then next is he himself assume they are better than the most people. He think that they are better than other people. They are better than means these inflated self-esteem people are more better than the other people. Then they ignore the negative feedback by discrediting the source. They never listen. They are not knowing what people are giving negative feedback. Then put others down. That means they don't think about the others' mistake. They don't consider their mistake also. So they make the other people to down. They think they are all superior. Whatever they are doing is right. Self-esteem. So the characteristics of low self-esteem individuals they are having little confidence in their abilities. The work which they have done, they have less confidence. They didn't feel confident whether this will be good or this will be bad. They didn't have any confidence. They always think that will be bad. So next second point is if things will go well, they dismiss them as well. If sometimes when they are doing some work or job, if everything is well, fine and go, they think it is not their effort or this their self-esteem. They think this is just luck. They are dismiss them as luck. Then next is accept that they will do poorly. They never think that they also can do better than the others. They always think that they are expect poor one. Then number 4 is give up quickly when faced with difficult. Whenever in the life or in the any problems, it comes, they are always having the quickly face, give up when they face. They never want to face the difficult one. Then number 5 is let little things happen to them. They think that let it comes, I will do or I won't do, I don't bother like that they think. Then they feel that they have little control over their own life. They are also presume or perceive that the things happening in their life is controlled by their own life. Came in my life, I'll do it. But they didn't have little control. Number 7 is wonder what caused bad things. They are wonder why the bad things are happening. Then what is the cause? But they never try to solve it. Then number 8, last point is over defensive. They don't want to accept the mistake. They don't want to accept the faults. They are over defensive. They defend, no, 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 this is not my things. This is because of them only it's happened to me. Like that they are often defensive in their qualities. So number third characteristics is characteristics of high self-esteem. So here the number one point of the high self-esteem individuals are liking themselves. They like themselves. They love themselves for the most part as they are. Whatever they did mistake, whatever they are doing good, they love themselves. They are their own. Then second point is respecting themselves as well as others. Not only loving or respecting to own, they also love, they also respect to the other people. Then third is confident without being overbringing. They have confidence. They have able to do their things by overbearing. They can bear, they can force much. They are doing with confidence. The number 4 point is see criticism and questioning as useful feedback. Sometimes after doing some work or some problems, people used to criticize, people used to question, but they take this is the useful feedback and they are doing more better than the others. Number 5 is unlikely to feel and need to put others down. They don't want to feel and need the other to be down because they think that everyone is safe. They respect each other. Then number 6 is open and assertive in communicating. Open means they are open. If they don't like assertively without hurting other people, they say, this is I don't like, I don't want to do today, I'll be doing tomorrow. Right? Free communication is between the other people. Number 7 is self-reliant and resourceful without refusing help. They are taking self-reliant. They are taking more resourceful without refusing the others' help. If they need help, relevantly, they are asking help, and if someone is asking help from them, they are helping them without refusing. Then number 8 is able to laugh at themselves, not taking themselves too serious. They make themselves, they are love to themselves, own self, because that I'm doing good for myself, I'm doing good for others. They are not taking themselves too seriously. No, 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 I can't do anything. I'm failure. No, like that. They are good and they make themselves to love and they are making not taking much serious in the solving a problem or any other situation. So the factor influencing self-esteem, there's some factor which may increase or decrease your self-esteem. Number 1 is on thought and perception. If you are thinking good, if you are thinking positive, and if your perceive is good, so it may increase or it may make a good self-esteem individual. So in his or her own thought is negative or not liking themselves, that means low self-esteem. So number 1 is the own thought and perception is very important to make it a good self-esteem individual. Second is other people's reaction. Sometimes people used to love, people used to give feedback, people used to criticize, but your own mind, your own perception, how you have to react. So this is the second point. Number 3 is experience at school, work, in the community. Sometimes the child or the student has learned from school. Some students are bullying behavior, so that time the child is withdrawal from self. So that time when the child become grown up, he or she may become a low self-esteem individual. So same as in the workplace or in the community or the society, the people are more criticizing. But if you are also able to adjust, if you are able to accept and change your behavior at that time, you become a good self-esteem individual. The number four is illness, disability, and injury. Sometimes illness make also your low self-esteem because of the illness. You are not able to complete your tasks on the time. So because of that, you are not able to bear the people's judgment. So because of that, it may be one factor influencing. Same as disability, physical disability as well as the mental disability. So because of the disability, you are not able to adjust, you are not able to complete. So it may list a one factor. Then number fifth is culture. Different culture has different norms. Because of this, your adjustment, your expectation by the society, it may be differ. So the expectation is too high in the culture and you are not able to accept. So that time it may be have a one factor for your self-esteem maybe increase or decrease. And number six is religion. So the coming here about the religion, each different religion is different norm for their ethical than your practice. So here if you are newly going to the one new religion, for example Hindu is transferred to the Christianity, so that time you may not be able to fully adopted the ethics or the religious belief of that Christianity, so that time you may have the low self-esteem. You may think that why I have converted like that. So this is the number six factor influencing on based on religion. Then number seven is role and status in society. It's very much important. You have to be keep in mind your role. What is your role in the society? What is the role in your community? Why the people is not giving a prize? If the people doesn't appraise also, what is in your mind? How much you can help? How much you can improve by yourself? So you have to see the role and status in society, what you are able to contribute towards them. It may have also one important factor. Then poverty. Poverty is very self-esteem affected in the society. Because of the low poverty, people doesn't make it keep status in the society. Because of that, the individual itself also become the low self-esteem. The number third is outside influence. There are many influences from the outside, like the friend circle, then the culture, then your pattern of your lifestyle. So because of these influences from the outside, this urbanization, if you are coming from rural village to the big city urban, so that time it may be influence in your self-esteem. Coming to the next is steps to improve self-esteem. How you have to improve the self-esteem? Number one is try to stop thinking negative thoughts. Never ever try to allow to come the negative thought or negative attitudes towards you. So try to stop thinking negative thoughts. Second is aim for accomplishment rather than the perfection. You don't never think, you don't aim that I have to do perfectly, I have to do. First you think that I have to be accomplished, I have to complete this work by today. You give a target. Don't think that I have to perfectly complete. No. Number third is view mistake as learning opportunity. Sometimes people doesn't accept their mistakes. So here, if you want to change yourself, you try or you make it mistake and view it. You did mistake, then you view what is my mistake. Then because of this mistake, you take it this one learning opportunity in your life and change it. So like that, you can build or you can improve your self-esteem. Then next is try new things. Try new things means you do the creative thinking and you do the new output so that people will recognize you. People will give appreciation. If it is mistake also, you do it again. So try new things.
Number 5 is recognize what you can change and what you can't. You recognize what you can do it for the changement of for future or the other people. Then what you can't. Think what you can't do it. So you have to be see both what you can change and what you cannot do it. Action is set goals. Whenever you are doing some work or other things, you have to set the goals. Set goals means you have to target. I have to complete today. I have to finish up today. So set the goals. Then second is take pride in one's opinion and ideas. You take help, you take suggestion, you take appreciation from others. Do something for others who cannot reply back, repay back. Sometimes people are not able to complete all the tasks in one time. So for them, you help, do something because they will learn from you. You teach the different types of techniques how to solve and all. Learn to give and receive compliment. You have to learn to give, not only taking. You also know how to give. You give whatever you know. You share it. You exchange it and receive compliment so that you get the compliment. Yeah, you are doing good. You are very helpful. Like that, you have to be do receive compliment. Then accept responsibility. You know your responsibility. You should accept. If the individual is assigned a task in the job, so you should know your responsibility. You need to complete on the given task of the assignment. Then next is associate with the people of high moral character. If you want to change, if you want to improve yourself, that means you correlate, you associate it with high moral characters. That is, you should learn from them. Self-observation, self-inflection. So, associate with the people with a high moral character. Then last one is have a patience. Have a patience means you don't be very hurry, you don't be very fast. Your time will come. You do within your time. If you cannot do it next time. So like this, you have the patience on the every task. Conclusion of the self-esteem. Here I want to conclude that self-esteem is all about how much people value for themselves, how much you value about yourself, how you think, how you perceive about yourself. If you are doing good, you think that you are happy. If you are doing bad, there's sometimes you are feeling bad, but still you need to be changed. You need to be learn it. So this is the pride, and they feel in themselves and how worthwhile as they feel. If you are doing good, how you feel happy. If you are doing mistake, how you feel sad. But from the mistake, you need to be learned to become a good self-esteem individual. So self-esteem is important because feeling good about yourself and can affect how to act. Here, if you are doing good, you know it's very good. You are very happy about yourself. Then how you have to affect, how you have to get, or how you have to act in the situation. Then here, a person who is high self-esteem will make the friends easily, is more in control of his or her behavior, and will enjoy more in his or her life. Here, person who are having high self-esteem, that is in the characteristics only. They are making happy to themselves and happy to uh, the others also, making happy to others also. Then they are having good interpersonal relationship, easily communicated by other people. So because of that, they are having more friends. They can control their friend also, their behavior. So they are enjoy fully in their life. So what I want to be make it here as a psychiatric nursing point of view is the patient who are having low self-esteem because of their disease, because of their disability. So we have to be teased what are different steps to be improved to make it to become a high self-esteem so that they should not have feel negative thought. Whatever the mistakes comes, they should know how to accept and change it and learn from the mistake. Thank you. After completion of this class, if you are having doubts, if you are having unable to catch up the voice or the pronunciation, you are feel free to ask any doubt. Thank you once again.